Hey, let me tell you a quick story. Hi man, I've been following you for some time now, and I've noticed you talk a lot about the importance of communication in relationships. Yeah. And truly, I almost lost my wife simply because I couldn't communicate. I've been living in the States since I was 12, and when I clocked 30, I finally decided to get married. But I never wanted to marry a girl from here, so I called my mom back there in Nigeria to get me a girl to marry. And in less than 3 months, my mom got me this 23-year-old girl. We talked on the phone a few times only because I was always busy with work, but I made up my mind to marry her. Omo, people are living Nigeria movies live and direct too. I finally made my way to Nigeria for the wedding. Everything went smoothly and I traveled back fast. My wife and I didn't have time to hold a meaningful conversation, but I knew that the moment she joined me here, we will know each other better. 2 months passed and her visa was ready, so she finally met me here in the States. I thought we would both automatically just feel married and live like every other married couple, but I was totally wrong. My wife behaved like a thorn in my flesh. It's alright. We both never agreed on the smallest of things. She wouldn't let me touch her nor even agree to go anywhere with me. We sometimes made days without talking and it felt normal. Let me say this before we continue. If you are listening to this and you really want to get married, don't think after you get married your marriage will just automatically look like a marriage. Prepare your mind to intentionally make it work. I've been preaching this thing. I hope you are hearing me. One night I called my mom and told her my wife is a witch. I was speaking out of frustration. I assumed that 4 months was enough time for her to get to know me and for us to understand ourselves. But I was totally wrong again. My mom asked if we have had any heart-to-heart conversation and I said no. She then told me that I can be under the same roof with someone for years and still never know them. I had that entire night to myself thinking over this and I realized I really hadn't taken out time to get to know my wife. The next day after work, I got her ice cream on my way home, and when I got home, I handed it to her, and for the first time she smiled so widely at me. We sat down and had a heart-to-heart conversation, and we both discovered that though we had differences, we were very compatible. We spoke about our values, fears, and how we wanted to be loved, and that was the beginning of a sweet marriage life. Right now, we just welcomed our first child, and I'm as madly in love with my wife as ever. We will be visiting Nigeria when our son turns 6 months. Wait, so am I the only one that noticed that the mother-in-law was not a bad one? I'm highlighting this because I've heard a lot of women say they want to marry a man whose mother is dead. They say this because they think all in-laws are bad. I pray that you all get into a family that will love you dearly in Jesus' name. Now, talking about the automatic car, the marriage. It doesn't work like that and it never will. When people get married, they don't wake up the next day feeling like married people. You don't expect your spouse to just know you simply because a bride price was paid. And yourself and your spouse need to put in the intentional work to know yourselves daily. Even if there was deep love before marriage, after marriage, it is the nature of your communication in that marriage that will tell if the marriage will stand or not. You can even see that the man in the story thought they were not compatible, but actually they were only different. Do not expect your spouse to be you in another gender. It doesn't work that way. Your spouse is your completion, not your competition. Learn to accept differences because not all differences automatically translate to incompatibility. I have many things to say, but I will end with this. Do not marry someone except they have an authority over them that they genuinely respect and honor. I hope someone learns from this story.